Welcome to the Crypto Lab channel. In this video I will talk about AmpCoin price prediction and AmpCoin news today. If you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Write in the comments your price forecast for AmpCoin in 2022. AMP is described as the new digital collateral token offering instant, verifiable assurances for any kind of value transfer. Using AMP, networks like Fleexa can quickly and irreversibly secure transactions for a wide variety of asset-related use cases. AMP claims to offer a straightforward but versatile interface for verifiable collateralization through a system of collateral partitions and collateral managers, where collateral partitions can be designated to collateralize any account, application, or even transaction, and carry balances which are directly verifiable on the Ethereum blockchain. Collateral managers are smart contracts that can lock, release, and redirect collateral in these partitions as needed in order to support value transfer activities. AMP supports a wide variety of use cases for collateralization, and also introduces the concept of predefined partition strategies, which can enable special capabilities such as collateral models through which tokens can be staked without ever leaving their original address. So let's start with the most important news of the past days about AmpCoin. First mover Americas. Record low Bitcoin futures premium on Binance signals capitulation, BTC's inflows. Bitcoin failed to beat a key price resistance level early Wednesday, amid mixed action in traditional markets, and reports of the next round of peace talks between Ukraine and Russia. The biggest cryptocurrency by market value reached daily highs at the descending 100-day moving average (MA) hurdle at $45,000, before retreating to $44,000, according to chart platform TradingView. The cryptocurrency was still up 28% from last Thursday's one-month lows. The total crypto market capitalization rose past $2 trillion, as alternative cryptocurrencies charted a more significant recovery rally alongside Bitcoin's bounce. Programmable blockchain Terra's Luna token rose to a two-month high of $96, taking the week-on-week gain to 92%. The crypto recovery looks set to continue on increased demand from Russia and Ukraine, and as inflation expectations surged, and traditional markets priced out prospects of aggressive monetary tightening by central banks. Bitcoin is on a steady footing here, but we may meet increased resistance around $46,000 handle, Matthew Dibb, crew and co-founder of Stack Funds, said. Recent moves have shown evidence of the correlation between BTC and equities dropping. However, this is a crucial month for economic data that may hold some surprises. We believe this may sustain in the near term, given that there are new fund inflows for the month that must be allocated, Dibb added. While futures tied to the S&P 500 stock index rose, European stocks dipped, and the euro-US dollar exchange rate slipped to its lowest since March 2020. Markets likely saw the European economy taking a relatively bigger hit from the Ukraine-Russia war and the West's punitive sanctions on Moscow. Gold took a bull breather while oil, industrial metals and grains were bid again, hinting at hotter inflation in coming months. Even so, many markets continue to scale back bets of monetary policy tightening by the Federal Reserve and the European Central Bank. And the next news today, EU excludes 7 Russian banks from SWIFT. The coalition of countries blocked 7 of Russia's largest banks from accessing the SWIFT interbank messaging system in response to the country's invasion of Ukraine. The European Commission announced Wednesday it would remove VTB Bank, Russia's second largest lender, Bank Okrity, Novacombank, Promsvyzbank, Rossiya Bank, Socombank and VEB, Russia's development bank, from SWIFT. Sberbank, Russia's largest bank, and Gazprombank, its third largest lender, are not on the list. It shall be prohibited as of 12 March 2022 to provide specialized financial messaging services, which are used to exchange financial data, to the specified banks, the bloc said in its official journal. The bloc, alongside the US, UK, Canada, France, Germany and Italy, announced it was committing to the move on Saturday. Russia invaded Ukraine last week on a pretext of either supporting breakaway regions as independent nations or denazification. Various countries announced sweeping sanctions on Russian entities and oligarchies in response, including freezing assets belonging to VEB Bank, VTB Bank, Gazprombank and Sberbank, Russia's largest financial institutions. Cutting these banks off from SWIFT takes these sanctions a step further, preventing them from even trying to send transactions outside of Russia. SWIFT, or the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication, is a messaging system that supports international bank transactions. The network does not process transactions itself, but is a critical cog in their execution. US officials said removing Russian banks from SWIFT was still on the table after announcing earlier sanctions last Monday. Dalit Singh, Deputy National Security Advisor for International Economics, told a press briefing that it would not be in the initial package. We have other severe measures we can take that our allies and partners are ready to take in lockstep with us, and that don't have the same spillover effects, he said. But we always will monitor these options, and we'll revise our judgments as time goes on. A senior EU official also said Wednesday the European Commission is checking the extent to which crypto is being to evade sanctions imposed on Russia since its invasion of Ukraine, according to a report by Reuters. US President Joe Biden, who announced the second slate of sanctions against several major Russian banks and oligarchs, said he believed preventing these financial institutions from settling transactions in dollars, or within the US, might be more severe than removing Russia from SWIFT. The sanctions that we have proposed on all their banks is of equal consequence, maybe more consequence than SWIFT number 1, and number 2, it is always an option. But right now, that's not the position that the rest of Europe wishes to take, Biden said earlier this week. The UK, Japan and EU similarly blocked Russia from their respective financial systems. Trading volume between the ruble and Bitcoin increased to a 9-month high on Monday following a plunge in the Russian currency. A similar trend was observed in the ruble tether trading pair. Let's take a look at the near future of AmpCoin, but before diving into AMP price prediction and discussing the numbers that might bore you for no reason, let's talk about AMP's history and background on the market, and how it helps the blockchain solve its problems. Is AMP a good investment? How much will AMP cost in 2025, or how much will AMP cost in the next 10 years? AMP rate prediction 2022. The value of AMP will continue to rise, thanks to the efforts of network developers and community investors. Therefore, the settlement price for the year 2022 is bullish. AMP is expected to reach a maximum bid of $0.037 by the end of 2022, according to analysts. On the other hand, it is very optimistic that the future of AMP will eventually grow. Thus, the predicted average price of AMP will be between $0.031 and $0.032 expected in 2022 depending on the market. As stated in the same slogan, the maximum price of AMP ranges from $0.031 to $0.037 for 2022. AMP rate prediction 2023. It appears that by 2023, AMP prices will hit a level similar to their previous all-time high. For 2023, we can expect the average rate to be $0.045. If everything goes smoothly, we predicted that AMP's maximum price could be up to $0.053 in 2023. Of course, there are chances that the market will fall after a long bull run, and this is normal for the cryptocurrency market. AMP rate prediction 2024. AMP has huge potential. With certain interactions and innovations, it is possible to increase the number of users and advertising. If the market focuses on investing in AMP, the price could rise much higher. By 2024, it may reach a maximum value of $0.076. AMP is expected to reverse slightly if the market goes down. The year 2024 could end with an average price of $0.066, a minimum price of $0.064, and a maximum price of $0.076. AMP rate prediction 2025. In 2025, with wider adoption and partnerships among other important blockchain networks, the price of AMP will skyrocket. The maximum trading price may reach 11 cents in 2025. The price ranges will be very trendy if we stick to them. If all goes well, we can expect an average price of $0.094, with a maximum price of 11 cents for 2025. AMP rate prediction 2026. For a long-term forecast of the AMP price, basic analysis is important. In terms of industry benefits, the native token offers several. The autonomy of the digital economy makes it ideal. As dApp and stablecoins evolve, the network offers competitive programmable payment, logistics, and storage options. There is a chance that the average AMP price will rise to around 13 cents by 2026, if the idea attracts more investors. For 2026, the year may end with a maximum price of 16 cents with a minimum price